on some really epic music. No. No, I said some freaking epic music. There you go, there you go. Alright, are you guys ready for some really badass real estate advice? Are you tired of all these lame-ass Q&A real estate shows or the freaking audio's out of sync?
There's pros and cons to it. And I'm not saying, hey, you should buy a house with an HOA. But you should also be open-minded.
A show that never has any mistakes and is just absolute pure perfection all the freaking time.
Yeah. Why am I passive aggressively labeled as guest?
Oh shit, I forgot to put your name, dude.
Yeah.
Oh no. How do I make it smaller? I know, I'm seriously... Oh no, what happened? What did I do?
And of course, always has the most honest, real, factual takes that you will ever see on YouTube.
Jorge says these cash buyers are corporations. All right. I keep seeing this over and over again, and honestly, it's infuriating because it seems like people love to gravitate towards like this idea that there's conspiracy-minded things. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look up the last 10 days of closings of cash, and I'm going to tell you which ones are corporations or not because I'm really tired of seeing that. 50 to 60%. Yeah, no, okay, I'm wrong. Okay, bird's eye. I can admit when I'm wrong. There is something going on here.
Then you're in the right place. Grab some water, some low sodium snacks as we don't do that salty shit here. Welcome to the 2020 National Association of Realtors 30 Under 30 loser, Javier Vidana.
You guys keep asking me for a time machine. You know, keep telling me about the housing market, and I to just keep telling you guys I don't know what's gonna happen. But you guys still keep asking. So you know what? Let me show you around. Been working on the time machine over here. Been hard at work. Money, he just left. You think he's moderating in the other room. We got Floza in the other room too. We've been working really hard, guys. This freaking time machine is going to solve everything because, you know, I know, once again, housing market. Should I buy now or should I buy later? It's all you guys want to know. What stocks to buy, right? So once we get the time machine ready, and look at, check it out. I got the goggles, right? And no, this isn't the Star Wars set. Okay, this is not the Star Wars set. Do not ignore the George Lucas thing over there. George Lucas is not there. This is not Star Wars. This is our actual set. Money! Can you hear me? Oh, I think he's over there. Oh, he's here moderating. He must be in his desk or something. Why does the time machine look like the Millennium Falcon? Mr. Fatface. Okay, that's... Told you. It's a legit set. This is nothing spooky. Hello, Peter. What's going on, guys? How are you doing? Alright, well, just wanted to show you guys the time machine. I'll go back to my office now so we can kind of get this live stream started. But before we begin, for those watching us live, welcome. We're going to be talking about the White House and their new announcement today, breaking that down. But also, if you're watching this after the live, hey, it's okay. Don't feel bad. You can catch me live next Saturday. So join the Discord, hit subscribe, and hit the bell button to get notified. You can always watch this, and it'll still be a fun show to watch. So don't leave just because it's not live. Make sure you have the live chat replay on, so you can kind of pretend that you are live. You know, if you put a comment, it's not going to pop up, but we can pretend at least, right? But we're not pretending here. Thank you, Caballero. Javier Octavius. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yep. Well, all right. I'm going to get back to my office now so we can get the live stream started. But I just want to make sure to give that quick little thing. Also, thanks to our sponsors, homeandmoney.com/Javier. If you're looking for an agent referral, go check them out. Links below. And our people who's the unknown benefactor who helped support this time machine, which will be revealed soon. But anyways, let me get back to the office now, guys. Give me 1 second. All right. Do you guys like the new the time machine? That thing's gonna be legit, dude. Once we figure that out, it's going to be legit. And I'll be able to answer all your guys' questions seamlessly without interruption. Welcome. I don't know the name of this live stream. It's just Javier Live, okay? We got 220 people of the low sodium gang here. What's going on? Skipper Jones, how you doing? Franco. We got Money and Jennifer moderating today. Monday don't play those games, guys, so don't mess around. You're the best Metiche, I know. Hey, if you know, you know. So anyways, today we're going to chat about something near and dear to my heart. I kind of now got, I've become the housing market guy. I know. It is what it is. But, the White House released a statement this week about how they're going to solve the housing issue. And I read it a few times because it's honestly a little complicated. And I found myself being a little overwhelmed about what was on there, if I could be honest with you. I understand, I appreciate the effort, I understand the effort, I do, really do. But, and I do think there's certain areas of the country that do need help with the more homes and manufactured homes and whatnot, but there's still a lot of problems being left with this plan that they have. And today I want to break that down. For those who haven't seen it, I'm going to break it down with you guys and kind of read it together. And then, of course, for those, if this is the first time in your live stream, let me know. We like to interact while I'm doing this segment, kind of interact with you guys, answer questions. But then towards the end, we can do just exclusively Q&A for anybody who has any questions. Super chat questions always get priority. So thank you guys for donating and super chatting. And of course, please consider being a member on YouTube. You hit join and you pay a certain amount a month and you become a member, being part of the family. Also join our Discord, guys. We have a good gang there. So let's get going. Family Network. Does anyone know what camera he streams with? Yeah, I have a Razer phone taped onto a stick. And that's it. Also, this isn't a camera. It's a time machine. It's literally just capturing and putting it on your screen right now. I have my I totally have my non-housing market questions ready to go. Exactly. Astro, first live stream. What a first live stream that you decided to join us in. I hope you know that it wasn't always this high production quality. First thing we're going to do is get back in time and slash the tires of the Fox exec that canceled Firefly. Exactly. Weird that. 100%. Arrested Development 2. That was a good one. I wish that could have gotten another season. Okay, so let's chat. So this is the best article I was able to find that really broke down the whole article the best way. If you guys haven't seen it, this is what they released. Alleviating supply constraints in the housing market. Okay. And reading through it, I mean, you can kind of read through it, but, brass tacks, I feel like I went through a few articles, and the best article that really broke it down is this Forbes Advisor one. So I'm going to read that too. Javier's the best real estate agent in town. I'm not sure about that, but I'm the one with the highest production quality live stream for sure. Amazon affiliates. Yeah, I do have an Amazon affiliate code. You have to go to my other videos though. I don't have it on my live stream one, so sorry. But anyway, let's get to the plan. So I think for all of us who have been struggling in the housing market, we can kind of come to the conclusion that our main issues right now is when you are qualified to buy a house, and I consider qualified meaning you have enough to qualify for a loan, doesn't matter what loan, FHA or conventional, you have enough for your down payment, you have enough to pay your own closing costs. Yes, for all those that want their closing costs paid. I don't, not the wrong market for that. And you have extra savings. If you have that, I consider you a well-qualified buyer. The problem is those folks who are well-qualified buyer are not qualified to buy in this market because you need to have extra cash or you have to have incredible luck. Your luck, you're going to roll some high D20s to freaking get, an offer accepted, So, high D20. Sorry, you have to roll high on the D20. I feel like a freaking loser. I want to make sure I get my terminology right. So, that's the problem that we're facing. And let's kind of just go through here and see what they're proposing, okay? So first things first, how will the White House execute this plan? We're going to raise low-cost capital for affordable housing developments. Provide low-cost capital to state housing financing agencies to fund affordable housing development. So essentially giving money to the right companies, the right organizations that are going to be creating affordable housing. I'm assuming this is through manufactured homes, or perhaps there's some kind of, I remember like Chicanos for La Casa had a little, neighborhoods that they would buy. So, okay, ramp up construction and the rehab of rental housing. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac now authorized to invest up to $1.7 billion per year for low-income taxing credit. Nation/federal. Blah, 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 blah. Announced by Biden's initiative is pretty capped. Okay, so ramp up construction and rehab of rental housing. Okay, so I kind of like this idea. We're getting more construction, more stuff going in there. So nothing to say there. $5 billion boost to community development organizations. As part of the larger effort to address affordable housing, the Treasury Department announced Wednesday that it has issued a $5 billion in new market tax credits. Tax credit funding is through the Treasury's Community Development Fund and many of the communities. Okay, so this is going to essentially boost communities. I have to look into these organizations a little more, but I imagine they're referring to like the really low income, low like the housing that probably homeless populations, or probably just very low income populations where they are just in dire need of some kind of housing. I don't know if this necessarily impacts actual home buyers, because I don't really make videos that benefit folks in that situation, so I assume this is going to be a huge help for them. So, but nothing yet for the home buyer that we are talking about earlier. Limit investor purchase of FHA and HUD homes. So this is the part that that grinds my gear, right? People keep sending me like, Javier, they're going to start limiting investors. No, they're not. They're not going to do that. If you read this, limit investor purchases of FHA and HUD homes. Investors can be fierce competitors in today's hot housing market. Ooh, I like it so far. Plans to give eligible individuals a leg up at winning bid at limiting how many houses are sold to large investors. Ooh, I like it. That are either insured by FHA or owned by HUD. Bro. Should we try out our first effect right now? I don't remember the name of it. What is it? Watch this. This is our first effect. This is whenever I read something sad, we're going to do a quick replay of my sad reaction. So watch. Oh, I just realized that it does a slow motion of my voice too. Wasn't aware of that, but so this is the thing is like for anyone who's buying a home right now, how many HUD houses do you see? If this was like 2011, 10, where there's a ton of HUD houses out there, and this would have been amazing then, but now there's not many HUD houses right now. And for those wondering what insured by FHA means, essentially if you have an FHA house and it forecloses, it becomes a HUD home. Once again, I would have loved if this said something along the lines of limit investor purchases of homes. I'm sorry, investors. I know lately my videos on cash buyers haven't been doing as well, but you guys are still up to your no good. You guys are still buying houses, overbidding buyers, and renting them out to the same buyers that were outbid. It's I mean, what can they do? It's a freaking free market capitalist society. It is what it is. But I don't like it. I wish it could have been something, maybe some kind of limits, maybe some kind of incentive for sellers to take FHA, or that would have been great for a seller to receive some kind of incentive to sell to an FHA buyer. Because with an FHA buyer, you guarantee it's going to be a first-time home buyer. You're guaranteed somebody who's been struggling. Because right now, if you're an FHA and you're in this housing market, it's like me and ugly. We just don't get along. The handsome just cannot leave. Anyways, I don't know what you guys saw. That was nothing. That was completely legit. Okay, so limit investor purchases of FHA and HUD homes. Kind of addressing the issue, but not really. We need Javier Stradamus to tell us if the market is crashing soon. At least that we're working on the time machine right now. It's not ready yet, though. Vidana for office. I would be a terrible leader. I'm a good shit talker, but when it comes to actually doing stuff, I'd be like, I don't know. Okay? The handsome will rule. You're right. We will. And the White House planned to patch, not to fix, apply. Oh, yeah, so it's essentially a summary of everything. So this kind of summarizes everything. I'm sure there's like little intricacies that were in that document, in the actual White House document. But this, just the kind of the conversation to have today is, I think most of these things are great for situations that I'm not too familiar about. That I'm going to take their word for it that these communities and these organizations need the extra help. I remember once, you guys might remember, I made a video talking about when there's first talks of a Biden home buying program, when it was just an office, when he was running for office, and there was barely talks of a $15,000 program. My dumb butt decided to essentially make a video about it, and I was like, this isn't right, because at first it was $15,000 credit and then there was like extra credit for people that were either underserved communities or minority. And at first I made a video saying my hot take was like, hey, it's not a minority problem, it's an every buyer problem, right? And I say that as a minority, and I got some flack for it. A few people reached out to express their disappointment. I actually scheduled follow-up calls with them, and I was very educated and brought to light about a lot of issues still serving today in underdeveloped communities. And I do think that this addresses that. I also wanted to address the problems that investors are causing for home buyers as well. So I'm totally again for that, but I also want it to help home buyers. Now, if it's like the priorities are like, let's help them first and help them later, then okay. But there's no mention of that. See what I'm saying? So, nothing there. So, a Dan Spoiler, houses can only get cheaper when the Fed stops giving deals and giving money. When people are forced to work jobs and become scarce, houses are the cheapest. Okay. Yeah. Many shades. We did conventional, paid closing costs and appraisal gap. It took us so long to get a home, and our offer was accepted. Oh, congratulations, Many Shades. Congratulations. So yeah, no, it's definitely a band-aid, right? I don't think it's amazing. I wish it would do a little more though. Hey, thanks for subscribing. What is that? Magic Kandar? Subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hello? Yes. You want me to stop talking about the White House bad? Yes, sir. Okay. Can I still talk about cash buyers? No? Okay. All right. Guys, forget about everything I said. This is a great plan. Oh. Hello? Oh, it's my agent. Oh, we still need views? Okay. All right, then keep talking about it. All right, bye. All right. Sorry, I'm back. Everything I said was true. Anyways. All right, guys. So, what questions? What's your thoughts? I want to hear what you guys think about this. Just curious to see what your guys' take is. The future is calling. Hey, that's an idea. That's an idea. All right. Let's get to housing questions mode. If you guys want to have a statement about what I just talked about. The man is shutting us down. I know, man. We got to keep it. We got to play safe here. Hey, Bunny, are you working on the reactor right now for the time travel machine? How's that going? Have you figured out the problem there? No. Please let me know when you figured it out, please. Israel Pineda, if the appraisal comes back low, can you back out without losing the earnest money? Depends on your situation. I mean, first of all, I don't know what state you're in. Like, I know I'm trying to travel time here, but I can't read minds. But I don't know what state you're in. I don't know what your contract in that state means. And also, if you're in Arizona, I can tell you as long as you didn't waive the contingency, yeah, you still have the ability to do that. But I don't know anything else. Did me and Lizzie break up? No, I still talk to her almost every other day. Also, she is my lender and my mentor. I don't know what the breakup thing is about. Get out of here, Terry Domrude. Yeah, that's a good name for you, Domrude. All right. That actually triggered it triggered another screen to pop up. That's why it took longer to get out of there. Nice shirt. Thank you. Thank you. Ernesto, a house just went up for sale really close to a family, and I would like to rent for proximity. What are the chances houses that are up for sale get rented instead? Gracias. A house just went up for sale. I would like to rent for rent. I mean, so what are the odds of that happening? Very rarely, unless the house is for rent. You can't go, if a seller's put their house on the market, you can't go convince them, hey, can you rent it instead? No, because if they wanted to rent it, they would have put it for lease, right? Maybe you get super lucky or something. So, like, when are these people right now? I know they exist, but I can't figure what market this is. Huh. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I don't understand your question. Can you repeat that, please? We did FHA and PACE in Arizona. Wasn't entirely too hard. Your videos help with the process. PACE in Arizona is not Phoenix. You know, if it's a smaller town, less houses, then maybe it is hard. I don't know, but it is harder for sure. Like here in Phoenix, so. The house will be bought by a corporation and put for rent 2 times the mortgage. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess if you want to wait to rent that house, just wait for a cash buyer to buy it. You can rent it a lot more expensive. Currently charging, not enough uranium. Oh crap, we're gonna have to figure out the uranium problem. Does anyone have any uranium? You gotta get the time machine working. Javier with the fresh haircut. Thank you. Thank you. You gotta figure out the freaking time machine problem, man. For those that are just getting here, I showed everybody the time machine setup earlier. It was really cool, and I showed you guys the office. Some people said it looked like the Millennium Falcon. We take maybe some inspiration from it, but it's not it. So if anyone has uranium, please let me know. TJ Power, post-eviction moratorium. Who are owners going to rent to? Who is the market of people who will have money to pay inflated rent prices? Have good credit, no eviction on the rental record. I think that's... Dude, there's a lot of people renting right now. Are you kidding me? See, when you guys make assumptions like that, like, stop yourself and say, is this my own personal bias? Because here's the thing, there's a lot of people that are moving into states right now that can't buy it, and they need to live somewhere. They're not going to live with their parents. We also have a huge amount of not millennials, but maybe millennials who are now moving out, or they're getting out of college, or they're getting out into the real world, and they can't buy because it's so expensive. What are they going to do? Just go live in with mom? There's a lot of people renting, guys. Come on now. Come on. Uranium futures. Luis has vibranium. No, we need uranium. El Baracha says, do you need a flex capacitor? I don't know, do we? We might. We might. Do you think we're in a bubble? I really would like to buy a second home, but we're scared we're going to pop. If you're scared of a pop, then you're not ready to buy. I can tell you that. Well, sorry, I need to push that. My bad. Why are you scared? If you're gonna buy a second home, it's so you can have it for a long term. If it goes up or down, as long as you can afford the monthly payment. Like, what are you gonna sell it 2 years? Are you in it for the short term? There's no short term purchases right now. And you know what's interesting, guys? I was watching another big YouTube real estate person that made a video about the housing market. I was thinking about reacting it live, but I think I might do it on Twitch instead of YouTube. I don't know. I feel like the Twitch community is a little tighter, and I don't know. I just feel weird putting it out here. They were saying something about they're still buying houses right now. Like, I watched 2 of them, and they both said that they're still buying properties right now. Like, these big real estate investor YouTubers are like still talking about the housing market crash. Are still like, yeah, I just bought a property this right now a month ago. We just closed on one. Thank you, Mrs. Shelton. I don't miss any Saturday morning lives. I still to continue to learn. I appreciate you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I'm shocked chat didn't flame you for wanting to buy a second home. I know, right? I have something in my eyebrow. That's part of the time machine. The time machine leaves these little flakes, right? and it's not dandruff, okay? Because dandruff is for the I'm handsome, so we don't. I'm just gonna do the bit. That's all I want to do. I just want to do the bit. And Dizzle says clickbait, or you could log in sooner when I did talk about the White House thing. And Dizzle, maybe if you were on time, you would have seen I talked about the White House thing. What's up, James? How you doing? Shout out to Bullhead City. Population expected to grow. Dan, that's awesome, man. Hope you guys do grow. For sure. All right, so I figured while we're answering some questions, again, kind of give an update on the market, at least from my end, because I know you guys always want to hear what's going on and my perspective of it. So for those joining us, I'm glad to give a quick summary. Essentially, we reviewed the White House plan already. Biggest thing is it seems like it's helping very underserved communities, which I'm all for, but it only kind of puts a band-aid over the investor purchases that are happening in a wide scale. It's only limiting their ability to buy HUD homes, which are very non-existent right now. I mean, that's like saying, Javier, we're going to put a ban on eating salads. Dude, I barely touch salads. What are you talking about? Why would you want to put a ban on that? Right? So, let me kind of show you what's going on with the MLS. You guys like seeing like the active homes and whatnot? I can also tell you if there's still a lot of cash buyers out there. Yeah? Oh, sorry, Andizzle. I'm sorry, Andizzle. I wasn't talking about your video. I was talking about these big YouTubers. Yes, you're right. Guys, let's all give Andizzle a shout out. I'm sorry I was being rude to him or her. I apologize, Andizzle. You are one of the cool ones. Sorry. I'm going to give you a zoom in just for you. Andizzle, you're cool. There. Guys, let's give Andizzle a big ol' smooch. Okay. So, right now, active properties on the market. Remember, 5 of 4,000 was crying numbers, right? 7,500. I remember when things were okay, like aggressive but okay in 2019, 2020. Well, not 2020 was crazy. 2019, we were like 9 or 8, right? So we're slowly kind of going up. We're slowly kind of getting to that little better phase. If we look at what's under contract, remember we're looking at the month's inventory. So essentially, we have 75 for sale, right? We're going to look at what's under contract and what's been selling so we can see what our I forget the number, something month inventory. So under contract right now, we have 11,000. So it's still definitely, we have less than a month's worth of inventory still of under contract homes. And closed in the last 30 days. Right here. We have 9,200. So we're slowly getting to almost a month, which is crazy. It's like 2,000 away from a month. Remember, this used to be like less, like half a month. So it would be like 10,000 sales and 5,000 active houses. Like now it's slowly getting better. So you might still feel some competition, but it's getting a little looser. Now, what the problem is, and we're still seeing this right now, is these freaking cash corporation freaking buyers that just don't want to freaking quit, dude. I'm so sick of you. Yes, hello? Okay. I'll stop talking about cash buyers, yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's look at what the cash buyer situation has been, because we love cash buyers. Okay, so sold loan type. Oh wait, we do loan type. Go to sold info, and we do cash and others. Sometimes they put other as for cash. So what was it? 92. So 3,000. 3,000 out of how much was it? 92.10. Jennifer or Money, if you guys don't mind putting this up on the screen so we can see, putting it on the chat so we can keep track of it. 92.10. So about 32% of houses in the last 30 days sold cash. 33%. My wife texted me saying I have something on my left eyebrow. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you. So that's 33% of cash buyers. Let's look at what the FHA situation is. It's been very sad. Let's see if it still remains to be sad. 739. Oh man, that's tough. I remember this used to be a pretty big number. Over the last 30 days, that's insane. Out of 9,210, so that would be 8% for FHA houses. 8%. And for conventional, which still remains our top dog, there's somebody that they made a YouTube comment. They were like, this information is not relevant. Conventional purchases are still the majority. DM me for all the info. He said this on a YouTube comment. I'm just like, bro, do you know that there's no DMs on YouTube? Like, are you just copying and pasting comments from like IG or what? Like, you're trying to come up here and do that, and you know what I'm saying? Like what's the thought process here? Conventional purchases, 9210. So 9210. About 52% are still conventional, which is still solid. And our VA purchases, which let's do some love for VA. VA is always getting on my case because I always forget about them. 501, so a little bit under the FHA mark. About 5%. So, and everything else is just for everything else. So, we have about still 33% of the houses being sold cash, which if we were just to decrease that, right? So, let's get down to like maybe 15%, which I get it. There's always going to be cash buyers. There's always badass buyers out there who are always, saving their money and they're going to buy cash. There's always going to be investors out there. I get it. We have Mrs. Shelton. You're our only super chat for the month because it's only 4 days into the month. Thank you, Mrs. Shelton. 52% Big Daddy conventional. That's exactly right. Be original. Don't copy and paste, bro. I'm gonna assume they're not talking about me. About me, bro. Javier, can you send those cash buyers my way? I need some help with the pocket listing. Yeah, that's the thing is that I listed a house too, and it was overpriced, and I told them it was overpriced, and we're luckily going to reduce it. And then also, cash buyers don't want overpriced houses, so it's still going to be competitive situations. Green smoothie, guys. Low sodium, gang. You remember, you guys. Let me talk to you about this, okay? Salt is so bad. Sodium is so bad for you. And I'm 28. I had high blood pressure, so please, guys, watch out for salt. Thank you. So conventional is still over 50%. So I still gonna stick to my thing. If you want to buy a house, try to go conventional. Conventional is your best bet. FHA is really struggling right now, and going to continue to struggle. About the guy asking for the DMs, I know, right? But the thing is, there's not even DMs on YouTube, so it's a thing. Thumbs up for the salt rant. I can rant about salt all day. First of all, sodium, I miss you desperately, and I long for you. But at the same time, you were killing me. So, like, literally, guys, a burger has like 2,000 or 3,000 grams of sodium. That's like over your daily intake. Thank you for the $2 super chat, SOBC. Remember, if you guys do super chat, please leave the opportunity. Use the opportunity to ask a question too. Would you think the NFT pegged real estate as a future for home buyers? No. That's assuming that most people that are buying are into that, but it's only the younger population that are. Traditionally, older folks sell to younger folks, and I don't think they would take that. Beauty of foodie with 3 yawns emoji. It still hurts. I need to cut the audio for that. I don't like how it does the audio too. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. I'm gonna do that right now. I don't like it. What if I'm saying something inappropriate and it does it? Like sodium is delicious. I don't want that. I do not want that at all. I don't know how to do it, so it's gonna have to stay. God dang it. Gosh darn it. Halatuli. No Home Depot music? Really? Oh, yeah. I know why. Let's see. Man's on your property. Let's go to... How old is too old? When it comes to the age of 10 houses 100 years old. There's 200-year-old houses out there? No way. Thank you for that. Trying to find... there it is. Oh, it should be coming across. You guys don't hear the Home Depot music at all? Is the current market right for rental purchase? Yeah. Don't you see 30% of cash buyers? They're buying it to rent. Of course it is. You're going to have, you know, typically a traditional investor buyer is always trying to get a deal and buy cheaper, but you're competing against other investors that are paying cash above list price. So, yeah, of course. There's a lot of people doing it. Um, 07WRXTR1. REIT's Real Estate Investment Trust. Thoughts, good, bad, ugly. Some of us enjoy working remotely, not being trapped in the city. I don't know. I don't have any thoughts on it yet. What do you think of the regime of all cash corporate buyers flooding the market will change? Yeah, Matthew, I don't know if you're new to the channel, but I've been talking about them for like the last month or two. I've been actually worked down, I think, up to date 4 different companies that have been doing it. My thoughts on them is that they're going to continue to, you know, they're still affecting things. And there was the last video I did yesterday that I posted yesterday. I found a company that just started buying, like it's June of this year, and they've bought already like a lot of properties, and they're rapidly spreading. And it was actually a global company that's starting to invest into the rental situation, the rental trade. So it's still happening. Still happening at a high level. Daniel Carranza says also Flex MLS gang. Why, do you have access to Flex MLS? Is that what it is? I don't know, man. I live in NNC and sold my house to SFA, single family home, 13 cash offer over asking. General rule of thumb, not to sell less than 1 year was not applicable. Increase 50% over 1 year. I mean, you got lucky. Don't promote your luck to the masses. You don't know what's gonna happen. Also, if you sold within a year, then you probably paid taxes on that. So I don't know if that was the wisest decision. But yes, you sold your money. You made equity. You sold out to a cash buyer. Let's get it straight. You sold out to a cash buyer within a year. You made money. Great. Now what's gonna happen to that house? It's gonna be rented out to somebody who needs that house and a lot more money. So yeah, you got lucky and you sold within the year. Good for you. But there's no way of guaranteeing that would have happened. And for those that are buying this year, they should not go with that assumption either. Invitation Homes, they tried to buy a whole subdivision that I'm having a house built in. They did. I made a video about it. They're working with Pulte, I think, to build some neighborhoods. So BlackRock, I think, is not longer buying homes. So we got a lot of new people here. So yeah, guys, I make videos about these cash buyers. I made 4 videos to date. Go check out the library. There's a lot of them out there doing things. Nicolas Rocco, when the Fed raises rates, do you think they'll take off after this year? I'm skeptical they'll be able to keep rates so low if inflation takes off. What are your thoughts? Thanks. When the Fed raises rates, do you think they'll really... Yeah, we're going to have to solve that. If you guys aren't hearing the Home Depot music, I have to turn on the desktop audio, but then that means you guys hear the monitor too, and I don't want that. Okay. Cash buyers will keep, no. Somebody asked a question. When the Fed raises rates, do you think they'll really take off after this year? I'm skeptical they'll keep the rates so low. What are your thoughts? So you're essentially making a speculation, and you're asking me my thoughts about it. When that happens, what are my thoughts about it, or do I think it'll happen? Do you think they'll really take off after this year? So when the interest rates do raise, which feds, I mean, yes, feds have some control over that, but they don't have every, okay, I'm not going to go there. If the interest rates get risen, is that going to make prices skyrocket? I think if interest rates do rise, it'll dissuade buyers from buying, so there will be less people buying. And if inventory is continuing to increase, I don't think I'll see a skyrocket, but I'll start seeing a gradual increase. There's some areas like Phoenix. There are some areas like Phoenix that I just don't see a pop happening because it's just increasing, but it's increasing when people are still buying it, not just cash buyers, but it's actual real people still buying it. And there's still a lot of people moving here. Now, if there is a pop, I don't see it happening in the major areas that are supported like Phoenix. I do think other areas might be affected, like smaller areas, but I don't like to, I don't know, man. I don't like to just throw it out there. Beauty Jock with the deleted message. Ooh, money. Didn't like that message, huh? I look into Better Mortgage and their cash buy program. With 5% down, they'll make a cash offer on your behalf in certain states. Yeah, so there is a lot of cash buyer programs. And I tried to research them and try to, like, I fill out my information, but there's like only some available in certain states, right? And for those that think this is like some people think it's like freaking tamales, right? It's like this amazing discovery, and they solved it. There's this thing called hard money lenders that have always been around. Let me talk to you about hard money lenders. Okay. I'm talking about this. If you didn't have the credit to buy, you would have someone else they buy cash for you, and you would have to either get a loan within the next 6 months to a year so they can get their money back, and if they don't, they're charging you super high interest every month until you pay that back. Okay, now let me tell you about these cash buying programs. Someone else buys a house for you cash. The same company who's buying it has a lender pull your credit and make sure you can actually buy. So they're guaranteeing their asset, right? And they actually own the lending company. They now buy it at whatever price you get it for. And do you think they're going to just give it to you at the same price? Maybe, but they're going to charge a cost, and they're going to essentially have you become, at that point, they're going to make money off you on the loan, and they're going to you don't have control if they're going to sell it to you at that price or anything along those lines. So yeah, that's the thing, is that it's not this new concept. People shouldn't go flocking to it. I'm sure the interest rates aren't going to be super amazing, and it makes me extremely nervous to be put in a position where they have the power to give me whatever interest rate and purchase price they want. Now, yeah, they might write a contract saying they won't do it, but it's like, I don't know. I'm that's too much scariness. You know what I mean? Omar Garcia says we're in a bubble since 1971. Dude, is there a freaking time traveler here? Holy crap, it's gonna pop! It's gonna pop! Sorry if I made your ears pop there. Niv, agree that we got lucky, however, we're not promoting boom. Okay. Hey, Tati from Maui, what's going on? Hello, it's been a while. Hope everyone's doing well. Gonna sell our home soon in North Dallas. Neighbor just sold theirs in 8 days. Listed online for $587. Yeah, listed is different than actual sold price, Tati. Tati, do you need a referral, or are you gonna use the same person that helped you buy? I remember Tati, she was buying, like, I think it was during the pandemic. She bought a house during the pandemic. I remember she was here every live. She actually was a moderator. She was helping me shoot here all the time. And she had some family situation come up, and now she has to sell. And she's going to probably make money on it because Dallas has been insane. So, but yeah, if you need a referral, sorry, Money. Money doesn't like surprises. I'm sorry, Money. If you guys want to piss Money off, go to our Discord and tag him. He'll ban you on the spot. Don't do it. Actually, there's always an exist strategy by not selling, or just hold up your rally in Bitcoin. Yeah. El Caballero used to be part of that. I remember him too. Larry L, that sounds like people belong to Dante's Hell, next to the murderers. I wouldn't say that. Listen, man, these cash buyers, they better freaking stop, dude. I am so sick of seeing these freaking cat. I'm sorry, yeah. I know, I just slipped. Yes. Okay. What was I saying? No, don't do it. Money, don't go tag money. They're all gonna get freaking banned. By the way, while there's 400 people here, if you have a Discord, we have a great community of 700 plus people and a great server that, you know, you level up as you engage. It's really awesome. I put a lot of energy and effort into it over this last month, so feel free to join it. Links below. We have a really great community of home buyers and people that have bought homes and all kinds of good stuff. So, Beauty Jock, I think money was assuming that you were trying to pitch a product. So I don't blame him for doing that. So it's not, yeah, normal conversation is allowed. Yeah, okay, you double posted. So that's it. Okay. Money, maybe not the double. If she was like back to back, then I understand. But yeah, Beauty Jock, feel free to interact. It's just we have a lot of people that come in that are weird, and we just, you know, we kind of have a low tolerance for that. So please stay here. Just have a good time. Pop a bottle of water. Have a good time. Gotta hear you sing Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Don't make fun of my freaking ringtone, dude. It's an amazing ringtone. Girls got you hear you sing. Gotta hear. Alright, guys. You guys got questions for me? Shoot them over. I'm also thinking, now that I have, oh wait, what? For those that didn't see it, I have something. Well, I was early at the time machine, and I have the ability now to do that. I was thinking about just doing more Twitch streams and just like playing a random game and just hanging out. I know Twitch streams always make me nervous because the fact of me playing 2 hours for a smaller viewership scares me, but I think that's the point of Twitch, right? You just go there and you hang out. All right, Beauty Jock. Sorry that didn't work out for you. In Los Angeles, the city council wants to eliminate SFR zoning and allow multifamily. Can this be effective in the housing market? I don't know, man. Los Angeles is another thing. I don't know if it's effective, but I think for sure. May I help? Oh, is that Jeremy DePoe here? I think, no, I don't know if it's Jeremy, the one I know. It looks like Reque, Reke. So I don't know if you're still here. I was going to go to FHA, and I was referred to try Ameris 100% conventional loan with no DP, 3.875. Does this sound like a good option? I would look and see if they've actually helped people recently, because that sounds kind of odd to me. 0% down in conventional loan? Maymock, hey, just turned in. Do you think it's a good time to buy right now to use a rental? To use as a rental? Afraid of the government protecting renters who don't pay? Yeah, they just got rid of that, Maymock. So the government loves landlords right now. If you can buy and compete and beat the other cash buyers that are trying to be renters, go for it. The government has your back 100%. Where did you get your shirt? At the Handsome Man store. This channel is brilliant. Thank you, man. Philia, this past year's events. Oh, she's talking about. Are there realtor fees in the closing cost? No. So your realtor should be paid and compensated by a percentage of the list price that the seller. So like if I sell my house and I'm not a real estate agent, I agree to pay the realtor that's helping me a percentage, and I agree to give a percentage to the realtor that brings in the buyer. So they should be on the closing fee, but from the seller's side. But then you could make the argument, then who's really paying that percentage? The person getting the loan or the person selling it? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Is it time for karate practice? All right, let's talk about the karate practice scandal that happened recently. Let me pull up the picture. Yeah, I'll pull up the meme right now. I'll pull up the meme. So recently, did I put it on the main chat? Money, I don't remember if it was on the main chat. might have not been. Oh yeah, it was on there. All right, let me save this and I'll put it up here. So in one of my videos, I was here chatting it up, you know, and then out of nowhere, this figure comes back here, and they happen to be wearing a taekwondo outfit, and it was my son. And I was still had like a few minutes left of the video, but he decided to go and just start going like tapping the glass. And for a good solid 5 minutes at the end of the video, he just stayed there tapping the screen. He's never done that ever. For some reason, he decided to go and tap on the screen. And some viewers caught it and they're like, holy crap, I thought it was a ghost. What the heck was that? And this is somebody made a meme out of it. Let me see if I can find it. Browse. There it is. Let me make it smaller for you guys. When your dad is too busy ranting about the housing market and forgot to take you to karate. there he is, just tapping away. Dip, 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 dip. I don't know. I don't understand. He decided to do that. Cash Vader has to keep Javi in check. I know people thought it was. People were like, "Does he even have a son? Maybe it was just a ghost. Who knows?" Mr. Coffee, Mr. Radar, with events playing out the way they have from last year to this year, what advice do you give first-time homebuyers? I will always give the same advice I've always given. If you can afford the monthly payment and you have the financial security and you have the immediate need to, meaning that you're not going to be living in your apartment no more, you're sick of living with your parents, and you have the means to, then go for it. But buy long term. Do not plan to sell a year or 2 years from now. I know a lot of people have gotten really lucky, but I've said that from the beginning, you know. And there's people that took that advice last year that have a lot of equity now. Great. Maybe if you buy this year, that might be you. Great. But there's going to be 1 year that you're going to buy and you're not going to get a massive amount of equity. You might get a little bit. If not, you might lose some. But if you're going to hold it for a long time, you'll be fine. Sydney, good vibes on the offer we just put in yesterday. The vibes are real. Is it true that FHA loans and forbearance will be modified to converting to 40 years loans? If true, are we all screwed? Why would we all be screwed? So if that does happen, like if there's an FHA loan and they can no longer pay their loan, and they can convert it to a 40 years so they can afford their monthly payments and not lose their house, how is that? That's getting screwed. The government can't just force everybody to go to a 40-year loan. I'm sure they might offer that as an option to people who are behind so they can lower their payments. But that's not going to screw everybody. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude towards you. I was just saying like that, just kind of processing that. The scariest thing would be if you moved the meme and he was behind you. I know, right? Is he behind me? Good luck, Tati from Maui. I just want an update on Mercy's plants. Are they thriving or did they get tossed? I don't know, Mercy. Do you want to share what happened to your plants? Mercy, do you want to share what? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll drop it. I'm sorry. Her plants are doing well and thriving. Thank you for inquiring. Javier, do you consider adding a pool to your home a good investment? Or would you have that money stay for emergencies? Dude, if you're going to spend your money... Okay, first of all, let's address this. If you have money for an emergency and you're going to use that money for a pool and be left with nothing for emergency, bad idea anytime for anything, not just the pool. But I hope that's not what you meant. I'm assuming you mean, hey, I have more money than I need. Should I use some of it to build a pool or not? Okay. Now, what is an investment? Is an investment money you put in to make more money? Or is an investment something you get to improve your life, right? So I think it's an amazing investment to have improve your life. You want to go swim, you want to go unwind and relax. It's a pain in the butt to take care of, but it's a great personal investment to have. You can go out there, skinny dip in the middle of the night, do whatever you want. It's an amazing investment. Is it a great financial investment? It's about $30,000-$40,000 to build a pool. You're not going to sell your house immediately for $30,000-$40,000 for having a pool. Yes, you can make more money having a pool as your house, but you're not going to make dollar for dollar back. Any advice for Gen Z buyers? Same advice for anybody. It's freaking hard to buy right now. Have extra cash. Make sure you have the immediate need and buy long term. Thanks for subscribing, Dinaz Ion. But yeah, they're not the greatest financial investments. Any thoughts on USD loans with zero down? Are there areas that are still effective? I'd be curious to see that. I'm not too sure. They're not used that much over here in Arizona, so I can't really speak of it. Seller backing out of the deal after we allowed him several extensions. Seller can't back out of the deal. Better get a lawyer involved, homie. At least in Arizona, they can't just back out. They have to have a valid reason. No. They can only cancel if you back out. Some states really protect the buyers. Other states protect more of the seller. It might be a situation where... While we have 400 plus people here, just want to give you a quick heads up. Join our Discord channel. We have 700 plus people there. Talk about home buying, homeowners, etc. Great community to be part of. Also, if you're looking for an agent referral, homeandmoney.com/Javier. Links below if you're looking for an agent. Thank you. Okay. So, for those that watch Twitch, I'll be going live on Twitch a little bit later. I'll just probably be playing. It's not going to be like an official housing market stream like this, okay? It'll probably be like me just playing games and hanging out for not so many people. So just a heads up, Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Javier Vidana, I think. Go and follow that. And we can, you can hang out with me later. Or you can join our Discord. I'll announce it there as well. But yeah, other than that, guys, I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. We are working hard on that time machine. And we will make sure to try to get something to you guys soon. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'll see you guys on the Discord channel. See you guys around. Take care. And if you're not live and you watch the whole entire thing, leave a comment below and I'll give you a personal message. Take care.